Well, it's time to get the finishing touches on our door. Now, I'm going to go for a stain that's almost identical to the stain that we've used in the back. So whether we use one coat or two, not sure yet, but we're going to play that one by ear. But it's all about the preparation. And when I mean preparation, I'm not only talking about what we're painting or staining, but I'm talking about the areas that we don't want to get paint and stain on, like our stone floors, the floors inside, the sill, all the rest of it. Now, you'll notice here we have not painted that sill there because we've had 101 tradies coming through here, so we leave those sort of jobs till last. But even given that, I still want to make sure we're going to prep the area. So, first things first, I'm going to put down a drop sheet. And I don't know about you guys, but this is my suggestion for the master bedroom. Julia Green said, no, looks more like a drop sheet. Very rude, Julia Green, hurt my feelings. So anyway, it's going to be a drop sheet. Let's get that down. Okay, so first things are first. Now, these doors come out of the factory with a weatherproof seal on them, so I want to make sure that we just get that just scuffed off a little bit so our stain will adhere. Now, I'm only using a really, really lightweight sandpaper, and you don't have to sand till the cows come home. It's only a really light going over. Always a good idea when you're sanding, you'll notice the grain running horizontally. Make sure your sandpaper goes the same way. All right, so just get the rest of that dust off. Another good thing to have on hand is a rag. Now, I sent Vinny out to get me a rag. He's come back with these and said, oh, these are actually a pair of my old shorts that got ripped and you can use them. I'm thinking, Vinny, when'd you get these shorts, mate? 1982? I think you've done us all a favour getting these ripped. You actually seem pretty disappointed about ripping the shorts too. What's wrong with that kid? All right, so now it's time to start getting some stain on. So I'm going to start from the top. Let's work my way across. Now, the same process with the sanding, I'm also going to be painting with the grain of the timber as well. So the idea is that you need to get this on, but lay it off nice and evenly. So lay it off just means to get that nice even spread so you don't get really heavy spots against light spots. Cutting in that top a bit there as well. Now, the beauty with this Cetal Filter 7 Plus is that it's really translucent, which means that you can still see the grain of the timber, which is really important to me. If you're going for a natural look, this is definitely the sort of finish that you want. It's also really great at finding its way into the pores of the timber, so it's going to really protect the timber, and it's also got a great UV rating as well. And for a front door, that's exactly what you want because they get absolutely pounded by the sun. And, you know, they're subject to a lot of weather most of the time as well. Now, a really great way to lay this off and get a nice even finish is to basically put some stain on, get some coverage, keep your brush fairly dry, so you sort of dry your brush out a little bit on the lower part of the door, come in from the furthest point, connect, and just a nice even stroke all the way through till you get to the other end. If you stop halfway, I'll show you what happens. If you stop there and then try and pick that up again, you'll get that little paint mark. So all the way through, just continue to lay off horizontally, following the grain, you'll get a super finish. Well, that's my first coat done. Now, don't expect to get this to look finished in one coat. It will take a couple of coats. But saying that, it already looks amazing.